Well, wowee, what a difference a season makes. Hello, I'm back camping and I'm at the same spot as we were in September when I last camped, so it looks unbelievably different. We're here for 2 nights. I say we because Aaron is going to be joining me later on. He's with family at the moment, but as soon as he gets back he's going to pack and run up the hill. I did invite Max, but it seems he's scared of the cold. No, he was just busy, he couldn't make it. So yeah, 2 nights, it's going to be good. I have just selected us a slightly different camping spot, but I do need to show you around. The differences are remarkable. Have a look at these cutaways of transitioning between where we were in September and what that same place looks like now. All the nettle's gone. So much more open, so much easier to walk around and without getting stung. But I do need to go and run and get 2 other bags of kit. Food, kettle, saw, and lots of other things besides. Christmas presents, tee-hee-hee. I'm hoping that as I sit on it a few times and stretch the fabric a bit, that'll get a bit easier to put on. But oh, I'm so happy with this. Oh yes, magnificent. The little tripod stool I have is fine, but it doesn't half wobble around, and if I sit on the ground for very long out here with all the hard work, I've got a bad back anyway, and it can be really bad sometimes, especially out here, you know, carrying great big logs, moving all the kit about. It's heavy and hard on my back, and it's so nice to have this. So nice, like an armchair. It's wonderful. The last camping video is available up here to check out if you so wish, and you'll have seen in that video that we were camped last time around here. Look, there's some things that we left behind for future use, like a little chopping block, the facilities, there's the Aaron's bench / table thing over there, and we were camped all between these trees here. However, today I have chosen to tuck us a little bit further up the valley bit to keep us out the wind and the cold now that it's winter. I can imagine this can be a bit of a wind tunnel rushing up and down here, so I've tucked us up here between a little square of trees over there. Let's head over. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 trees. To the best of my knowledge, it is always hard to tell in winter, but they are all live and there are no enormous dead branches up there waiting to come down on us. So hopefully this is a nice safe spot. It's nice and flat. We've got all the banks all around us, hopefully keeping the wind out and dispersing the smoke nicely, so we're a bit discreet. And aside from moving some rubbish away, like that log there, and there's some others on the floor around here, it is pretty much ready to go. So because I got here a bit later today, it is just coming up to noon now. We've got about 4 hours of light, so I will crack on with clearing the floor and getting some shelter set up. Righty, I've put up this, same as last time, communal, sit together by the fire. Guess the fire will have to, I'm hoping the fire can be out in the middle. So this is mildly inconvenient, but it holds this up, which is the important thing. And yeah, this I believe is called an Adirondack style tarp shelter. Unfortunately, I don't enjoy TA Outdoors' videos that much these days anymore. However, what he is still good for is teaching me how to do tarp setups, and it was him that taught me that this is called an Adirondack. I hope that's mud and not mold. Yeah, nice 3 walls kind of thing, bit of a porch thing going on. for a shelter, and I intend to set up another one for myself to sleep under tonight. You'll have seen from the title of the video that I intend to dig a foxhole and sleep in that while I'm out here. Now, I chose to do that when we were doing a 2-night camp because I knew that I would need lots of time to dig the thing, so it wouldn't have been convenient to come here early for a 1-nighter, spend all the daylight digging my hole and then have no time to get firewood and all of that other stuff, even with Aaron here to help and that. So I thought I'll save that for a 2-night camp. Here we are. So the plan is that tonight I can sleep under a tarp, and then I've got all of tomorrow and a bit of today hopefully to dig the foxhole to sleep in that for the second night before heading home on day 3. So you're probably wondering, Chris, which second tarp are you going to use to sleep under yourself if you've used old faithful DD Hammock's standard 3x3 metre tarp to set up the communal shelter? Well, it's Christmas, isn't it? So as well as the chair, I was properly treated this year. I gotta be honest, I was a bit reticent to put this on my wish list because it is a DD Hammock's super light tarp, claiming to be the same size as this one, only lighter and just better because it packs down smaller, basically. But looking at the pictures online, I was like, I don't know, is it that much smaller? Like, is it that much lighter and easier to carry around? But to be fair to DD Hammocks, it has really surprised me. Look at the size of it. It's like, I don't know, about the size of my Nalgene, whereas this thing is twice that size when packed down at least. So very happy with that. It is thinner obviously, but seems just as durable. So while I wanted to camp out under a tarp for night 1, I knew exactly which one I was going to sleep under. So let's get this set up as well. If we turn 90 degrees from the communal shelter, between these 2 trees, back up. Between here and here is where I'm going to go. So let's do that. And there we go. I must say I'm a little bit disappointed on this one with all of this, but other than that it's pretty good. I like the way that you can pull the front beak kind of down, make it a bit more stealthy, and you can make the whole thing lower by just lowering your ridgeline. This is where I started out with the other one at that height, but it was too low. I wanted more like sit-up headroom, so I raised it up. But on this one, I'll only be lying down in it, so a little bit more discreet, a little bit more stealthier if I was doing like stealth camping or something. And then I can dive under here. Got a fairly flat lay, I'm pretty covered here, but I can scoot back under there if I need to. And yeah, hopefully with the fire just over there, it will throw some heat towards me because it is cold. So yeah, that's me sorted for the well, for tonight at least. Might have some lunch and then start on firewood, I think. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. It's McNeill about to attempt the hill climb. He's about to turn right at the barn and floor it at maximum speed up the hill. He's off. The clock has started. A rather sedentary pace from here. He's really going to have to give it the beans from the cattle grid, which is about there. That's where it really gets steep. Bloody motorists ruining the countryside. You alright?
Yeah, not bad, you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Good.
The gate's locked, unfortunately, down that end, but
figured as much.
see you there. Yobbo.
He's here.
He's here. Excuse me, out of breath. I just carried off the Bowser up the hill. Right, now Aaron's here. He's setting up his shelter, and I'm going to go back to getting firewood. There's loads of dead standing in this area, which is really good, because obviously we've not camped here that often, so there's plenty to choose from. But honestly, I'd rather leave the dead standing, because then it just continues to dry out and age and season and become even better firewood. You know, while it's standing, it's up off the floor staying dry, so I might as well just take the easy stuff first, the stuff that's lower down. This stuff is all bone dry. I wouldn't want to burn that end of this branch here because it's all on the floor, but this bit I should think will snap off. The way the bark here is peeling off is a pretty good indicator to me. This punky stuff underneath feels dry in my hand, you know, it doesn't feel all soggy and horrible. So here's my kindling and hopefully nice bit of fuel. Nice dry snapping noises, that's what we like. Had me guessing there for a moment. Gosh, amazing. Like that stuff I collected earlier and told you it was really dry. As it turns out, wasn't so dry. Wasn't burning great. It's amazing the difference. This is a small tree that was dead standing, and it's incredible the difference. Super dry this. Much higher hopes. Okay, that new better firewood is burning so much better. I've just put a load more on that's just getting going. We've got a nice bit of pine here. That's what I've collected, and then Aaron is over there just, well, making sounds like a lumber yard, so which is typical of Aaron. But I thought I'd show you around camp now that it's pretty much set up. So obviously you've seen me put up my sleeping accommodation, the sort of group eating, cooking, eating, whatever, socialising tent. And then Aaron, or as I shall now refer to him, Copycat, has set up the same tarp setup as me, which isn't a problem at all. I don't care at all. Yeah, so he's done that, and the fire is going. We've had a brew. I shall shortly begin cooking dinner, or in a couple of hours, I suppose, because it's my turn first thing this evening. Everything's going pretty well, having a good time, so I'll catch up with you when we're next doing something interesting. This is very typical of Aaron. When he's heading to go and get firewood, he normally goes off and then comes back shortly later with something that weighs at least twice as much as he does. Two things I forgot to say. The first being the smoke from the campfire. When I got here, I was unsure where to sort of pitch shelters because it's very still in this bit of woods, being so sheltered by all the banks around me. I mean, look how tall it goes up there. Hopefully you can see that. And all around is these great big banks, which are lovely for blocking out the wind. So it's very still, but it means it's very hard to predict where the smoke from the fire is going to go. And I don't want it to go all in my face all night. So if I put my shelter exactly downwind of it. So I am sat here getting quite smoked out, but a slight breeze has come now, or barely, it's very still. But what is good is that the smoke is so far going. When it is smoking, is going directly towards that tree between my sleeping shelter and the other shelter. So that's very good. That's about as good as we could have hoped for it to be. Words. Second thing is this, which of course you haven't seen since the last video. If you've missed it, there'll be a link up there probably. You carry on, you're all right. To watch me making the handle for this, the new handle for my old hatchet. It's all put together and I've brought it out here, and I know the handle is still only half carved. I've got my knife with me, I can sit and improve that while I'm here. The most important thing is that it doesn't just snap off, because I've never done one before, so who knows what is about to happen with it. I've done some very light bits around the woods with it so far. So far so good, but I thought I might as well give it a proper test with a nice little log, see if we can't split it with the handle that I made with my own two handies. Ooh, okay. Not bad, not bad. Dangerous methods. Be more safe. Where can we go here? Well, obviously time will tell. That's a promising start though, especially considering how dense that log is. So far so good. Like I say, only time will tell. What was the other thing? Oh yeah, I did mean to say, you may have seen in the last video when I was making it, that I initially planned to extend the handle slightly from what it was before. This is basically the same size as how it came, but I thought I might extend just a couple of inches on it. Thought that'd make all the difference and allow me to maybe get a bit more swing and take down some bigger stuff with it. But in the end, the complexities of making it, I thought better to just play it safe and replicate the other one pretty much exactly. So that's what I've done. And also my brother made a very good point when I showed it to him. He said, don't forget as well, if you put a really long handle on it and you don't want to snap it off, all you've done by putting a longer handle on it is giving yourself more leverage with which to snap it off. So a fair point, and that's almost certainly what the manufacturers, or good ones at least, take into consideration when making the axe head and considering the size of the eye, is to make the length of the handle proportionate so that it is as strong as possible. So probably a good thing that I kept it that length. Happy with that though. I shouldn't really expect that size axe to go through much more than that. So far so good.
That's the extent.
Let's have Mary add a little lamb then.
I'll have to put the sheet music.
Hey, I mean, if I,
Got
that's the best I can do for clapping. When that lot's burnt down, I shall start cooking dinner. Until then, we're getting entertainment such of that kind of quality. No, it's good, man. It's good. How long have you been playing it?
About 2 weeks.
Oh, there we go then. I think for 2 weeks, that's very commendable.
Come back, watch this space. 2 years' time, Fortunate Son, right here. Fortunate Son, House of the Rising Sun, Piano Man,
Freebird.
Freebird, you name the lot.
Ah, the joys of filming in the winter when you can't see out. Could I have your fancy spatula, please, thing? Right, what's on the menu? Well, we've got fajitas, so just basically wraps with like minced beef and vegetables in it. What do you call it? Like bolognese almost? Thank you. Just watch what I'm doing maybe, and then that'll be easier to understand. Minced beef going in. Leave that fried off with some onions and carrots. Also, a little bit of garlic. Aaron's got himself a lovely little cooking set. So we've got a bamboo chopping board, little miniature utensils. Look, we don't know ourselves. We're like kings here in the woods, Aaron. So I'm going to let that brown off, you know, get cooked through, and then I've got courgette, shrooms, sweet peppers, minus a couple of pieces of courgette, a tin of beans, mixed beans in mild chilli sauce, and then we've also got an oxo cube and some gravy granules for more sauciness if required. The pan is very hot already, everything's sticking to it. Alright, the other veg is in now. It's just all softened up nicely, so we'll get some beans in there. And then we'll also presently have the oxo cube, bit of water I should think. And yeah, gravy to thicken it if we need it, but pretty much there. Right, it's about done I think. Just put some gravy in it to thicken it up. Gravy granules absorb the water, the juices. Where's your cook kit thing, Chuck? It's over the back there. He's got some herbs in it and everything.
You see, mixed herbs, salt, bit of everything, got some utensils at the top. Quite a handy little piece of kit.
Have yourself a wrap.
Thank you.
Do tell us how it is.
That's really good.
Excellent.
Dropping it a bit, but that's really good.
Not half bad if I do say so myself. So, this is about us. We should build the fire back up, drink a couple of beers, brought some drambuie, right? Should be good. And what time is it now? Just gone 6, so yeah, we'll catch up with you probably at about bedtime, I should think.
Yeah.
You know, it's so difficult to film in the dark. You got the time?
8:30.
Well, it's only 8:30, but we're in bed. We're both tired, so no point sitting up stupid late and getting even tireder. So yeah, we're all tucked up. Enjoyable first afternoon, day, whatever you want to call it. Nice and warm at the moment. Wish us luck for staying warm through the night, and we shall see you on day 2.
can hear the muntjac moving through the leaves. I think, anyway. That's what was just barking a moment ago. Quite a lot of animal noises last night. Just before I started filming there was, before the muntjac, there was like a bird thing waking me up. A couple of times before bed last night we heard a couple of what sounded like gunshots. Aaron said it might be people shooting deer illegally. It is interesting what you hear when you're out here at night. Some pretty strange noises, but you just gotta be confident that it's all just animals. Anyway, good morning. I slept fabulously well, to be honest. I was perfectly warm all night. It's one of the best night's sleeps I've ever had camping. Maybe even ever, full stop. I don't know about Aaron. It looks like he's awake. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning.
How did you sleep?
Yeah, alright.
Good. Warm enough?
Definitely warm enough.
Excellent. Yeah, it's about 7:45 at the moment. It's just getting light. I think I shall get up and get the kettle on and, yeah, get going for the day. Light the pile on the ground, no?
Eh?
Light the pile where it is, no?
Yeah, it's still not flaming.
Flaming, it's because it's damp, isn't it? Birch bark to the rescue.
Oh, that wicks up.
Ideally there'd be enough heat left in the coals just to put some twigs on top and blow it into flame, but seems not this morning, so we're just cheating. Nothing wrong with that, in my book anyway. It's far more important to get the kettle on quicker. Yeah, that's hot.
Which point do you want me to remind you that I've got a pair of tongs?
Probably when I've thrown one in the fire, which can't be that far away given my track record. Yeah, let's try those. Tongs would be good. Come on.
Well, there is bacon.
There is bacon.
It's doing bacon things.
I'll admit defeat on that one. Tongs are better.
Thank you.
No problem. Good?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Round two's looking even better, even the bacon's not burnt. Cheers. Okay, breakfast is squared away. I'm just cleaned my teeth, so I'm all ready to start on my main project for the day, which is starting and digging the foxhole that I intend to sleep in tonight. So, it's 10:15. I should probably do multiple stints. I can't dig non-stop all day, but I shall dig for as long as I can and then take a break and maybe get some firewood and do other jobs, and of course we'll check in throughout the day with whatever Aaron's up to as well. So, just wanted to mark that this is the beginning, the first strike. Here we go. Okay, I've been going at it for
just under an hour and a half, and I'm over halfway into in length, body length. Let me show you. I may have been a bit ambitious with the width to start with, but I figure I can always narrow it down towards my feet, which are going to be down there, which is what I've started to do. But if I've got time, I might as well have it wider and have that much more space, especially as that would also give me the opportunity to dig a little deeper trench down one side that water could collect in, if any was going to collect. I don't think it will, but it would be a good precaution, leaving me space to still lie on the other side. So a couple more chunks out of the bottom end there and I'll be in. So I want a little bit of room at either end, obviously, but yeah, it's getting there. Also, I'm happy with this depth. Like, what I've dug is here, so that's me at least underground. But again, if I've got time, I might as well go deeper, why not? So that's where I'm up to. Let's see what Aaron's been doing.
So I've been collecting Y-shaped sticks to make a stand for the pot to sit on tonight to do the casserole, and then I have more sticks over there to make a frame for the chicken to sit on once we've spatchcocked it, and then we're going to spit roast it over the fire.
And so how long do you think all the cooking's going to take for tonight's dinner?
The chicken should take just under an hour, and the casserole mix will 20 minutes.
You have done this before, yeah?
I've done this a couple of times. Cool. Doesn't mean it's going to be perfect, because every time it's slightly different, but it should be all right.
And you've also got veg prep to do as well.
I have veg prep to do, yes.
So because all of that's going to take quite a long time and we want to be able to show it to you, he's doing it now early in the day, because it'll take, like we say, a couple of hours to do it all. And then even if the meal is cooked and in the pot and whatever, it can just continue simmering and casseroling until we want to eat it later on, right?
Yes.
But then at least you will have seen it being done in the daylight. So that's what we're up to, I think. Shall we put the kettle on? I'm gasping. Yeah. Rightio, we've had a bit of a tea break. Back to it. See if I can get done before lunch or something. The first bit is so the hardest. I've got the roots and the leaves to get through. Once I'm down lower, it is quite clayey, and it's been a wet autumn, or sorry, very dry autumn, but then a wet early winter. So it's rather stuck together in big lumps, but that, if anything, just makes it easier to take out. This bit is the worst, fighting all these roots and the mossy, nettly rubbish. Oh, look at all that. Spade won't go through that. Right, I've been going just over 3 hours and this is where I'm up to. I'm happy with this depth, I think. I've got other stuff to do in the day, like get firewood and get some branches and things which will help to level out the floor, and who knows, I might even make a little bit of a cover, bit of a roof kind of thing. That'd be quite cool if I've got time. So I think I'm going to stop for a rest now, have some lunch and what have you, and then I've got to come back and just level the floor out. Like, there's a big lump here I've got to get rid of, and that'll probably take some time, just trying to get the floor as level as I can, especially as I hit rock at this end for some reason only, like the second depth that I did. So that's going to slow things down a little bit, but can't really complain. There was no other rocks other than that, so pretty happy with it, and for 3 hours work as well, I'm happy with it as well. You know, who knows, I had no idea how long it was going to take me. Was concerned about losing the light, but pretty good start I think for now. Much needed workout, that's for sure. Work off all the Christmas food. Right, I've had lunch and I'm gonna go and play with the new hammock I got for Christmas and have a go at setting it up, even though I'm not gonna sleep in it. I brought it with me and I've got my whoopee sling system to add to it that I had previously purchased. So yeah, I'm gonna go and muck around with that. You can see it just hung, where is it? Over there on the ridgeline there, and I will leave you pointing here at Chef McNeill as he prepares dinner. Cool. You're going to build the fire up any more than that, or is it?
Yeah. I'll drag some of the embers underneath.
Nice work.
Thank you.
3 hours later.
Check in with Aaron while I've been finishing off the Foxhole. The chicken is starting to brown beautifully. I believe we've got some veg going in the
And over here, yeah.
pot.
Well, in goes the onion, carrots, and potato.
Well, we're losing the light quickly, so I will show you where I'm up to. Well, it's basically finished. This is how I'm going to sleep in it. I finished levelling out the floor, put this tarpaulin over the top, or my tarpaulin over the top, which I think has just finished it off lovely. It feels warmer in there already with a roof on it, so hopefully it will be, well, nice and toasty. I mean, this is one of the big experiments I was interested to do with this, was would it be warmer in a hole than above ground, or colder in a hole? I don't know. We shall see, I suppose, but my hopes are high. I cut, you can't see them now, well, maybe you can just at the edge there. I cut loads of conifer boughs and put those down, mostly to just keep my tarpaulins and my sleeping stuff clean, to be honest, out of the mud. But I thought it might add a little bit of insulation. Some would say you could do entirely conifer boughs and just sleep on that, and you almost certainly can, but you need to collect a lot more than what I had time to do. So I've gone for those, thin layer, my couple of tarpaulins to keep my stuff dry, protect my thermarest, and then I shall just sleep on that. Sorry for the small bit of clickbait in the thumbnail. But anyway, that's there. I'm gonna throw another top down there quick and just put some of my kit in there with me. But yeah, pretty happy with it. Emergency, what's just happened?
So the cord failed on one of its shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, it was one of its legs. One of its legs failed. The lacing tape failed there. And then this being so nice and tender, just ripped off, straight off the bird.
Ah, crippled by your own success.
Yeah, I cooked it too well.
So what now, just jump forward and put it in the pot?
It's pretty much going to be, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Never mind. The carcass is burning nicely. Aaron's just shredded all the meat off it. And in it goes. Do you reckon we'll manage all that? It's a feast, man. Looks and smells bloody delicious, though. Is that everything in it now?
Yeah, that's everything in it, bar the gravy granules if we need them.
Cool. And it's still got, what, like 2, nearly 3 hours to just keep on casseroling, softening up.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. Oh, well, this is about as good as it gets for me. Cheers. We don't even need a torch in our eyes to light us up because the fire is that bright. We've got drambuie. Cheers. Very nice. And then, could you pass me the hatchet behind me? So I can now entertain myself until dinner is ready, doing a bit of this. It certainly proved itself today. I'm pretty confident that it's on there pretty damn well, which is great. Great for me, first attempt and all that. But yeah, I put it through some heavier work today, and yeah, it's so far so good. So
I now feel more confident spending the time making the handle nice, because I know that the chances are it's going to stay on there for some time. Okay, thank you, Aaron.
Right.
Looks amazing. Smells divine. Worth the wait, that. Absolutely. That is so nice. Everything is so soft and very flavoursome. To be fair, yeah, that's been stewing for, well, I started doing that at, what did I say, 1:30?
I think you said the chicken went over the fire at 1:30. So it's now nigh on 5:30. So yeah, you do the maths, 5 hours. Well worth the wait. I mean, yeah, absolutely. 10 out of 10, fair play, mate. Cheers, absolutely. So, that's about it for this evening, I suppose. Once again, the light has gone. We're just gonna eat our fill, drink our fill, enjoy the heat of this magnificent fire that we've got. I mean, look how far away we're sat from it. It's certainly toasty. And yeah, probably catch up with you come bedtime. So, yeah.
Alright, well that was a very enjoyable evening by the fire, with some delicious food and a good time. So, in bed now, once again, in the Foxhole. Wish me luck. It's not too cold at the moment. Yeah, nice and roomy in here. Certainly feels safe. I feel like, you know, I could take a fair bit of shrapnel and a bit of fire and feel pretty safe, but I suppose the real test will be sleeping in it. So, like I say, wish me luck. We've had a bit of drizzle earlier in the evening, which was a bit of a surprise. It wasn't on the forecast, but as far as I can tell, it's stopped now, which is good. So, see you in the morning. Oh, good morning. It's 7 o'clock, so not quite light yet, but we've got a fair amount of packing up to do, so gonna get up and at them, I think. Oh, a little bit sleepy this morning, I can't lie. Went to bed a bit later last night, or something like midnight or something. Stayed warm again. Foxhole was fine. No torrential rain. Nothing looks wet down around me. You know, it didn't come cascading into the hole. I think I can hear Aaron moving around and making awake noises, so
Okay, we've had a brew and we've got all of the bedding and tarpaulins and such up on lines to begin the process of drying. The drizzle has made everything rather wet. So, while Aaron sets about making us some breakfast, I shall start filling this in. I'm going to leave the fir boughs in the bottom. I'll just give it a bit more biodiversity in the soil, some nice compost eventually. Just want to make sure before I start that I have taken out all of my belongings, because I don't want to basically just put them straight into landfill. But it looks pretty clear in here, so here we go. One more time lapse of me scrabbling around in the mud. Right, I shouldn't think anybody will be finding those bodies anytime soon. I might come back and do a bit more to it in a minute, but I think we'll go and see how breakfast is coming along. Aaron! Chrissy's hungry.
The food is nearly ready.
Looks yummy. We've had this once before, Aaron's corned beef hash. It was this time last year actually, on the last winter camp. And it was so good I requested it this time. Well, here it is. I can't lie, Aaron, it doesn't look quite as appetising as it did last time with the fried egg perched on top, but it's still very delicious. And there we are, everything is packed away, we're ready to go. Fantastic couple of nights for me. A great experience of doing the Foxhole, although rather exertive. Certainly gives me an appreciation for the people who had to do it for real and without the tools that I did. You know, imagine having to do one of those with just an entrenching tool and under fire or something like that, you know, injured or something like that would not be fun. So gives you a sense of appreciation. But glad I did it, and you can see this is how I've left it in the cutaway. There's a slight mound in the ground. The camera flattens it all out, but I'm pretty confident that once it gets some water on it, it'll just it'll settle down. And I'd rather it have been humped and then sink flat rather than me leave it flat and then it sink to a hole. So yeah, we've swept around. The fire's gone. We're going to have to make several trips to take all the stuff to the car. But thank you for coming.
That's right.
Pleasure as always. This is almost certainly the last one of the holidays now. 3 days I think I'm back in York, so then I shall commence editing, and yeah, see you probably more in the summer. Yeah, that's everything. Anything for you to say?
No, I think that's right.
Cool. Just doing final sweeps. I don't think we've left anything. So we shall say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Let's go. All the shit's good. Well, yeah. What do you reckon? 2 trips?